twice in the Champions League in 2020 and 2021, winning one each. And of course, Roeselare winning last week's opening battle in the CEV Cup Final. The Tomabel Hall darkens and then reignites. The teams lined up. The crowd here certainly alive. Dragan Stankovic, Earvin Engepath, who looks to be in good mood tonight. Engepath was a little bit off form last week, especially with his serving game. How they need him, and they need the big number 12, Adis Lagunja, to fire up tonight. Tobias Crick also there in his debut season for Modena. Rinaldi will need a good game too. Bruno will lead as always. The number one, the captain, the Brazilian setter. This Roeselare side absolutely amped, as is everybody in this magnificent arena. There's nothing like finals atmosphere in any sport, and there is nothing like finals atmosphere in the CEV Cup. The announcement of the Roeselare players. Sting de Hulst, their setter, was in superb form in Modena last week. So too was the Estonian Mart Temiaru. Huge round of applause for Pablo Kirkitsev, the big Argentinian opposite, who was in killer form last week. And also Rune Fastelen, the middle blocker wearing number 17 from Norway. It is a tight-knit unit. They know they've come in as the underdogs, and they continue to defy the odds and defy the critics. The chants are up early for Roeselare as our official about to get us underway. And we're about to etch April 5, 2023 into the annals of time as the final leg in the CEV Cup. A massive Herculean comeback required tonight from this team. Valsa Group Modena. They cannot allow Knack Roeselare to get the jump on them. It was aggressive from Roeselare last week. It was amazing. It was a team performance. It looks like Golini will start as the libero for Modena. The 12-time Italian championship winners in the yellow. The 13-time Belgian championship winners in the blue. Rinaldi, the 22-year-old with the ball, will go to the baseline and will serve to start this final. It is all for Modena to do. It will need a massive effort. Power serve from Rinaldi early on. The set there by de Hulst. And indeed the first point on the board for Knack Roeselare, and the crowd responds likewise. It's a loud crowd. It's a powerful crowd here in Belgium tonight. Salvatore Rossini, libero for Modena. Roeselare on serve now. Service to the 6, well recepted by Rossini. And that one just going wide for Roeselare, and it enables Modena to score their first point. Good reception from Rossini. He is such a star, Salvatore Rossini, hitting 52% on his reception so far in this tournament. Service down the centre from Modena. De Hulst does the set again. Strike from the left side was lovely there from Matthias Verhannemann. So many fans on the CEV website tipping Verhannemann to be top scorer tonight. 107 points already in this campaign for Verhannemann, as Peter Koolman serves now for Roeselare. Koolman down the centre. Engepath hitting from the left side. And Modena equalised to 2-2 in this opening set. This is the sort of nail-biting close action we saw in the opening leg last week in Modena. And they need Ingepeth to keep doing this all night. A beautiful diagonal cut there from Earvin Ingepeth. De Hulst with the set. Strike from the right. And another point there to Modena. They go ahead to the Italians. That man, Pablo Kurkatsev, so important for Roeselare. 187 win spikes in this tournament so far. 15 last week for Kurkatsev as Bruno serves. Smashing. Absolutely smashing from the right side. That is wonderful from Roeselare. And Modena. Have a look at this here. A smash there. And a big bark coming from Kurkatsev. On serve, Kurkatsev. Hit from the left side. Modena back into rotation here. Lovely ball fed to Adis Lagumja. It is Earvin Ingepeth on serve, the man named after NBA star Earvin Magic Johnson. Took a little bit of pace off that serve. And the block goes in for Modena. The Italians a 2-point lead in this opening set. Adis Lagumja, MVP in the European Golden League in 2021. Best scorer in the CEV Cup back in 2020. Had 10 kill spikes last week. 135 win spikes in the campaign so far for Lagumja. Well, the ball ruled out. A challenge made on the call and out by the slightest of margins. So it is Roeselare who are on serve. Modena do not get that 5th point. We are tied at 4-4. Serve from Vahaneman. Wonderful leap from the right side on that occasion. And another winning spike. Puts Modena back into rotation. This is Giovanni Sanguinetti. Long run up from Sanguinetti. Serves it down the centre. Cracking serve from Giovanni Sanguinetti. There was no way Dennis Roy could handle that. Lovely work from Sanguinetti. And that one going wrong for Giovanni Sanguinetti, who comes in tonight with 14 aces, 57 win spikes, and 15 kill blocks. Had a decent outing last week, but now his failure has put Roeselare back into rotation. Pace taken off that serve. Stankovic. Dragan Stankovic. The middle blocker. And a whopping 205 centimetres tall. And this is Lagumja on serve for Modena. They are 7-5 leading in the first set. Straight down the throat goes Lagumja. And a lovely spike from the right side from Adis Lagumja. He launched himself like a steel spring, and Modena 3 points clear. Blasted that one into Matthias Vahaneman. This is the start that Modena wanted. That is not the serve that Lagumja wanted. Still Modena 2 points clear. Steen de Hulst serving from the 5. Reception from Engepeth. And lovely work again from that man, Dragan Stankovic. Engepeth with the reception. Stankovic nailed it off his right hand. Big pound on the chest and a mighty roar from Dragan Stankovic. Jules with the set. Hit from the right side. Just a tipple over the net. Lovely placement there from Roeselare. It didn't need power. It needed placement. And that's what it had. Off goes Riccardo Gallini. On comes Salvatore Rossini for Modena. And it's Mattemiaru, the Estonian, to serve for Roeselare. Big power serve down the throat, and the crowd oohs and ahs, and a smasher from the right side from Adis Lagumja. Off his right into the blocking hands of Vahaneman. 10-7 Modena. That one just dipping into the net, handing a point to Knack Roeselare. The crowd in the Tomabel Hall are lively indeed. The drums are beating. The chants have been going up all night so far. They got in early, the crowd, and it has been a party atmosphere. From the right side again, a block out, and once more it's Adis Lagumja. Lovely reception there from Rossini, and Lagumja powering from that right side. Bruno on serve. Reception from De Rooij. Good blocking there from Vahaneman. And that's lovely again from Modena. They are 4 points clear now, the Italians. And you feel tonight they have woken up. You feel tonight they have momentum. They're playing as a strategic unit, as a team. This is the Modena we expected.
We block defense and we have a chance, okay? Build it up with service. After touch the balls, and we take it up and we have a chance, okay? Let's go, boys! Let's go! I got it.
Instructions there from the Roeselare coach, Steven van Medigel. He's been with Roeselare since July 2018 after spending 5 years as an assistant coach. Actually holds a master's degree in physical education and movement sciences for Steven van Medigel. Look at Matthias Vahaneman's service technique. Well, will the fans be right or will the bookmakers be right after tonight? So far in the bookmakers' favour. Spike from the left side from Vahaneman. 96 win spikes in this campaign. 7 last game from Matthias Vahaneman. 107 points in this campaign he has scored coming in tonight. Serve from the 1 for Roeselare. Up goes Engepeth. Couldn't get through the traffic, however. And Roeselare clawing their way back to within 2 points now in this opening set. Andrea Gianni, the Neapolitan coach of Modena, 3-time world champion in 1990, 94 and 98. World Cup winner in 95. Can he steer Modena to a win tonight? The block against the spike of Engepeth, and once again it's Matthias Vahaneman who is in cracking form. Reception from Rossini, free ball there for Roeselare. From behind the baseline, Rossini again couldn't deal with it. It is killer stuff here from Roeselare. Back to 12 all. Kirkatsev pouncing on that one like a lion on a hapless prey. Timeout call.
Prossimo set down e poi riprendiamo la fase 3. Allora, per tutte e due, Paraneman, numero 8, number 8, quando la palla è veloce, questo angolo è del muro. Andiamo, dai.
You wonder if Andrea Gianni will start to panic at any stage. He never seems to, does he? But internally, what is going on through his mind? He does not want to see a repeat of what happened last week. It was a nail-biting affair. Even though Roeselare blew out Modena 3-0, it was nail-biting every game. But Modena have now given up what was a 4-point lead minutes ago. And this man, Kirkatsev, serving. Down the centre again. Thundered. Absolutely thundered for Modena to go 1 point clear. Ingepet to serve. The French national. 14 aces coming in tonight. Didn't have a great service game last week. De Hulst keeps it alive. Free ball for Modena. Spike from the centre, straight down the throat, smack bang. Another point for Modena. Ingepet down the centre again. De Hulst puts it up. Kirkatsev, the blocking wall does its job though, impenetrable. And high fives for Tommaso Rinaldi. Modena. They've travelled in numbers to Belgium tonight to see if their stars can power back. Earvin Ingepet takes some pace off that serve. De Roy got down low. Spike from the middle came from Run Fastelen. Lovely set from De Hulst. And a lovely kill shot there from Fastelen, the Norwegian. An ace. Well, Modena believed it had gone long. The Hanneman, who came in with 4 aces in this campaign so far tonight. You saw the arms go up from Rossini. He believed it went long, but it is Roeselare's score. Strike from the left side. Modena again back to a 2-point lead. Serve from the centre. De Hulst goes out wide, keeps the ball alive. A spike goes into the net from Tamiaru. Well, Stin De Hulst did well to deal with it. It was racing into the crowd almost, this ball. He kept it alive. And then ultimately the hit from Tamiaru going into the net. 3 points clear, Modena. From behind the baseline, for the attack line, I should say, solid strike there. Roeselare back to within 2. This is a position that Modena were not in at all last week during the first leg. And it's Mathias Hanneman who is leading everything tonight. Drink break for Fastelen. Service from the 5. Ingepeth. My goodness, did he put some cracking power behind that. Ingepeth goes so high, O'Hurlgun's playing. And this is Adis Lagumja. 10 aces so far in this tournament for Lagumja. Serves down the throat, hard to deal with, up from De Roy. Good save from Galini, and a little tipple over the net. Modena establishing this very good lead in this first set. It was hard serve into Verhaneman. Good work from Galini. And the final save from Stankovic.
We have to go full on power, okay? MD there is a chance to spike. We have to spike the ball full on top. 60% is not enough, okay? We create situations, we have to go full, okay? Avoid direct errors, but full conviction in the attack, guys, okay? Let's go.
19-15 Modena. First set. And they must be oozing with confidence right now, the Italians. Remember, they need to win 3-0 or 3-1 tonight and force that golden set to clinch the CEV Cup. The Roeselare fans not as loud as they were 10 minutes ago, because their team is trailing by 3 points in this opening set. There were some who thought they'd blow out Modena again in straight sets playing at home. But Modena 6 points away from clinching a set. De Hulst on serve. Rossini the reception. A spike from Stankovic. De Roy with the set. Hit from the left side. It's a block out. It's a lovely hit from Tamiaru. De Hulst took some pace off the serve. De Roy did well to deal with the spike from Stankovic. And then Tamiaru with the winning hit. The wall goes up, but it goes wide. Some boos and jeers from the crowd here. And there is some protestation from Roeselare. Peter Koolman, you saw there, the middle blocker, had a wonderful game last week. Best Belgian blocker in the Belgian League in 2022, Peter Koolman. This is Tommaso Rinaldi. Beautiful serve. He cracked it down the throat. No way De Roy could handle it. And now 4 points away from the first set, Modena. Rinaldi, who won a gold medal in the Under-19 World Championships, also in the Under-21 World Championships, was named the best outside hitter at the Under-22 European Championships last year. "17 aces in this campaign so far for Tommaso Rinaldi. Centerline fault was challenged, but it is deemed a negative. So Rinaldi stays on serve. He skewers it into the one. De Hulst with a high set, and the hit from the left side from Kurkatsev. Never a doubt about it from Kurkatsev. This is Tamiaru. Wonderful game last week from the Estonian, only 22 years old. High throw, met by Rossini. There's Engepeth striking, but ultimately going wide. And Roeselare continue to claw their way back in this first set. Engepeth off his right hand, just hitting wide. And the look on his face after that miss told the story. Does look a lot more lively tonight though, Earvin Engepeth, than he did last week in Modena. 2 points in it. Engepeth could not deal with the serve of Tamiaru. And now 1 point difference. It is a much needed timeout for Modena. They must steady the ship.
Siamo alla prossima rotazione. Le palle in 4 sull'8 sono veloci. La ricezione va davanti, gioca tra il primo tempo e la palla avanti.
Well, we've got the Belgian team versus the Italian team, and we've got Zorba the Greek playing over the speakers inside the Tomabel Hall here in Roeselare. Engepeth, that hit going wide. 21-20. This all-important battle for the opening set. Who can establish the early supremacy? Tamiaru on serve. Engepeth goes up. Engepeth goes up again. More power on that one. Derui deals with it. Ball still alive. Stinde Hulst. Tipple over the net. Rossini. Wonderful play from Roeselare. Kurkatsev with the celebrations. That was exquisite. Kurkatsev just steering that block to his right. 21 all. And this crowd has really come alive again. Tamiaru with the serve. Straight down the centre into the 6. Engepeth with a spike. The wall does its job. And a big smash there from Adis Lagumja. Absolutely harpooned it. A rest for Dragan Stankovic. A rest for Rossini. Modena on serve. Derui did well. The set from Tihulst. The strike from the right side. It's Kurkatsev again. There is absolutely no stopping him. The set and the skewer from the right side. This is Peter Kuhlmann. 9 aces so far in this CEV Cup campaign for Peter Kuhlmann. Beautiful serve. Roeselare are ahead by a point in the opening set. They were trailing by 4 points at one stage. How they have swung the pendulum, much to the delight of their home fans. There's a challenge in progress. My goodness, what another nail biter. We hardly had time to grow our nails back from last week in Modena. And we're chomping them down again here tonight in Roeselare. The ball in, clearly. to get to set point for Knack Roeselare. Pullman down the center with the serve. A big hit again from Adis Lagumja from the right side. Lagumja winds up and a catapult into the 6 from the Big Turk. 23-all opening set. Bruno, the captain of Modena, serves from the 1, goes down the center. An absolute thunderbolt gives Roeselare set point. Are they going to do it again? Is it going to be another nail biter? Could Roeselare defy the bookmakers and blow away Modena? The big lion, the big predator, Pablo Kurkatsev on serve. Kurkatsev from the 1. Good reception from Rossini. Looking for the campfire. Ball was found, still in play. Smash from Kurkatsev, put up by Rossini again. Engepeth from the right side, and he keeps Modena in this opening set. 24 apiece. Remember, you need to win the set by 2 points. And indeed, it is Engepeth on serve. The 2020 Olympic gold medalist serves from the 1. De Hulst with the set. Kurkatsev. He could do no wrong. Second set point for Roeselare. And look at the smiles. A decent serve from Engepeth, well met by Tamiaru. But Kurkatsev was always going to handle that in emphatic style. Matisse Vahaneman, such a crowd favourite, such a leader. Two-time best hitter in the Belgian league, Vahaneman, to serve for the set. Goes into the net, and we're tied again, 25 points apiece. Wherever you're watching this around the world, you must be on the edge of your seat. Giovanni Sanguinetti to serve. Serves from the 6, met by De Roy. They're going into the crowd, it's still alive! De Roy! Amazing work. And that was Stankovic, handing a set point to Modena. Look at the work from, I was going to say, the work from De Roy to keep that alive for Roeselare. Modena a chance to win the set. And they do win the set. It's Modena, finally, with a set in the CEV Cup Final. will be Knack Roeselare to serve through Stinde Hulst. Reception from Rossini, strike from the right side, opening point goes to Modena. Lagumja, 135 winning spikes in this campaign so far coming in tonight. 10 last week. And the service from the 6 straight into the net, 1-all. Tamiaru. The Estonian down the centre with the serve. Little tip over from Stankovic. De Hulst meets it. Up from De Roy. Spike was an absolute cracker from the right side from Pavlo Kurkatsev. My goodness, he struck that ball like it owed him money. Engelbert. You could hear the roar behind that spike from Earvin Engelbert. What play from Engelbert too. He received the serve and then had the kill spike. He's a marvellous athlete, Earvin Engelbert. Dragan Stankovic to serve from the 6. Kurkatsev powers it diagonal. Another blitzing spike there from Pavlo Kurkatsev. Peter Kuhlmann. Modena bridge it to 3-all in this second set. You know, we've had a blowout game in the first leg, 3-0 as far as overall score is concerned, but we never had a blowout set. We never had a runaway leader. And it's the same tonight. Toe-to-toe, both teams have been jousting each other. I think that one gave a donk to the official. I believe the most we've been separated points-wise tonight has been 4 for Modena in the opening set. The reception from Engelbert. No way that Rossini was going to catch that one. Engelbert did well to deal with the power serve. Strike from Rinaldi. Kurkatsev put it up. And Rossini pancaked himself. Kurkatsev. Power serve again. Lagumja with the spike earns the point for Modena. 5-4. Kurkatsev taking nothing off the power on that serve. Met well by Rinaldi. And a beautiful finish from Lagumja. It's Engelbert to serve from the 1. De Roy with the reception. Up from Bruno. And the point for Modena to draw level at 5-all. Engelbert has a glance, sets himself. Served through the centre. De Hulst puts it up. The blocking wall goes up like Norton antivirus, blocking everything from Roeselare. And Modena to the lead, 6-5. This is a good serving spell from Earvin after his serving was subpar in the opening leg last week. Good central spike there from Runfastelen. Engepeth took a little power off the serve, trying to find the hole in the centre of the court. Massive, absolutely massive. He popped like a champagne cork. Pablo Kurtsev is a house on fire tonight. Hit from the right side. 7-all in this seesawing contest. Roy did well. And the wall does even better for Modena. 8-7 now. The Italian team goes ahead. 81% of fans on the CEV website tipping Roeselare to win tonight. And as I said, the bookmakers did have Modena as the favourites to win at $1.53 with a 61% chance. Modena taking the first set. It was close, so close. We are tied here in the second. What a final it's been so far. Runfastelen with the serve, unsuccessful. And Modena again in the lead. Knack Roeselare, who last won the CEV Cup in 2002. 21 years later, can they claim it again and do it at home? Modena now go 2 points clear in this second set. It's amazing, isn't it? Modena weren't playing like this last week. And they've been the busier of the two ever since. There's a lovely service into the 5, a wonderful ace, and it puts Modena 3 points clear. Adis Lagumja adding to his 10 ace total coming in tonight.
Again, the only thing is we stop reinforcing. We know this. The goal is scoop it up after we play. We need the cover there, guys, okay? Go full. If the ball is so low, try to solve it. Put it in the blow that we can play it out and we have a second chance. Don't give opportunities to them, okay?
Plenty of instructions from Steven van Metegel. Knack Roeselare, founded in 1964, 13-time Belgian championship winners, 15-time Belgian Cup winners, 10-time Belgian Super Cup winners. Now they would love to add a second CEV Cup to their trophy cabinet. Sold out inside the Tomabel Hall in Roeselare, Belgium. Modena extend their lead to 4. They also had a 4-point lead about midway through the opening set. Roeselare did manage to close that down, stretch them out. But this is the ideal, perfect start from Modena. Lagumja with the serve. Hit from the left side. And that one successful for Roeselare. Martemiaru putting himself in a prime position to just cut that ball diagonally to score that point. And Stindihus to serve. Ingepeth with the reception. And that one just going wide. For Roeselare to come back to within a point of Modena. I should say to within 2 points. Challenge in progress, however. Players glance up the big screen inside the arena to await the official decision. I believe there are as many as 15 cameras that are used for these challenges. So every possible angle is covered. Was there a block touch? No, there was not. So clarification of the score, Modena 12, Roeselare 10 in the second set. Roeselare trailing by 1-0. Stindihus with the serve, reception from Ingepeth, strike from the centre there from Stankovic. 3 points clear now, Modena. It's been a solid night so far for Dragan Stankovic. Glorious, absolutely glorious ace there from Rinaldi. It's that 4-point lead that Modena had in the first set. They've established another one here in the second set. Can they keep this momentum going? Tommaso Rinaldi. And they're 5 points clear. Wow. This doesn't bode well for Knack Roeselare. The fans aren't smiling so much now. Many a crossed arm, many a hand around the mouth, biting on nails, biting on knuckles. Because the away team, Modena, 5 points in the lead. Rinaldi tries to dip that one into the gap. Hit from the left side. And it is Kurkatsev who steadies the boat momentarily. It has to be Kurkatsev. Wonderfully placed just to the left side of Lagumja. And it brings Separotti, highly popular player on serve. Serves from the 6 into the 6. Big hit from the right side. Lagumja popped like a spring. And that 5-point lead again for Modena. Peter Koolman given instructions. Stankovic on serve. No power on the serve. Hit from the centre. Nicely done. From that man, Koolman. He knew what he had to do, Peter Koolman, and he did it. A well-placed hit between Rinaldi and Stankovic. Roeselare back to within 3 points in this second set.
Allora, questo è il nostro set out, battitore buono, lì
Beh, vai. Stai tu stretto, tanto viene al centro in uno da me verso l'angolo, ok? Ehi, side out e andiamo via, vai!
Another kill spike from a man who has been in killer form, Pavlo Kurkatsev. From the right side and here from the left side. Modena, who a few moments ago were in a 5-point lead, have had that cut back to 3 points here. Peter Kuhlmann. Ingepeth with the hit from the left side. 4 points clear, Modena. Ingepeth takes a break. As I said, bits and nails inside the Tomabel Hall. Kirkatsev! That's the way, Pablo. That is the way. He's a powerhouse, isn't he? An absolute force of nature, Pablo Kirkatsev. Beautiful diagonal spike. Serve from the one. Ingepeth back on. And the blocking wall successful on that occasion. Roeselare right back in this set. Rinaldi dealt with the serve. Ingepeth went up for the hit. And Roeselare rose to the occasion through Matthias Verhannemann. Power serve down the centre from Kirkatsev. Lagunja hitting from the left side. A lovely set cross court for Lagunja. Gets the block out. Ingepeth to serve from the one. The mighty Frenchman. And that was a mighty poor serve. It was that poor service from Ingepeth last week that handed Roeselare some points they shouldn't have been handed. Still Modena 2 points clear, second set. Lead by 1-0. That one goes far. The lead back to 3 points now. Rossini has been a little firework tonight for Modena. He's been giving the high fives. He's been rousing the troops, keeping everyone's spirits high. Kirkatsev. Lovely work again from the big Pablo Kirkatsev of Argentina. 203 centimetres. About a 335 centimetre spike reach on Pablo Kirkatsev. And those are the results. 17-19. Mikhail Ahi on here for Roeselare in his third season with the Belgian team. The Dutchman. Power serve met by Ingepeth. Roeselare back to within a point now. You hear the liveliness of the crowd again, clapping along to the music. The drums are beating. And they tie it at 19 points apiece. A beautiful serve. Still in play here from Stankovic. Up from Tehulst. Kirkatsev goes out. Modena out to 2 points clear again. Wow. Kirkatsev set himself. Wasn't the result that the Argentinian was hoping for. Modena 5 points away from claiming a second set. Up for Ingepeth. Wow, Ingepeth again not delivering the goods. Roeselare right on Modena's heels. From behind the attack line, straight into the blocking hands of Separotti. And it is the ever-reliable Steen de Hulst. Doesn't necessarily put any power in his serves. Another one floated in, met by Ingepeth. Hit from the right side. Or the left side, I should say, from Rinaldi to the right side of Roeselare. Tommaso Rinaldi kisses the ball, sets himself. They're 4 points away from the set. Rinaldi serves down the centre. De Hulst with the set. Placement from Kirkatsev. Ingepeth delivers on that occasion. A mighty catapult from Earvin Ingepeth. Beautiful pancake save from Rinaldi, and Ingepeth with the devastating final touch.
Okay, guys, again. Okay, good. Now side on, the trouble ball up, okay? Full conviction, guys. Go top of the block, go for it, no hesitation, guys. Allez, let's go!
Steven van Medigel. Trying to get his men back into this game. They trail by 3 points here in the second set. They trail by 1-0. Modena coming in tonight, having been blown out at home last week, needing to win 3-0 or 3-1 to force the golden set tonight. Here is Tommaso Rinaldi. Behind the attack line, and Roeselare staying within touch. It was a nice save from Golini, the libero, but not enough for Modena. Roeselare in rotation. Rotti to serve. Goes into the net. Modena now 2 points away from a second set. Nicolas Marichal serves from the 1, down the centre, met by Duroy. Beautiful spike. Lovely work from Peter Koolman. It was a short set from De Hulst, and Koolman struck it true. Timeout called by Modena as Andrea Gianni
Bruno,
will make sure everyone is headed in the right direction.
Allora, sono importanti le tue distanze da rete, sulle ricezioni, gomito alto e poi andiamo, dai.
Basta che non te ne vai di là così non scopri tanto la questo
23-21 Modena. They lead 1-0. And now they have the chance to claim a second set. Bruno on serve. Floats it in. Good hit from the left side. Bruno took the pace off the serve. And it will be Pablo Kurkatsev to serve from the one to keep Roeselare alive in this second set. Engapeth gets the block out and Modena win the second set. 2-0 Modena. They are doing what they need to do.
We gaan 3 mensen. Valsa aan de overkant op de bakken onder hun redbord. En die de bak raak krijgt in de 75 centimeter fles. Figuur de huissponsor van Knack Volleyball Roeselare. 5 bakken onder de redbord aan de overkant waar open staan.
Here we go, third set. Modena leading 2-0. The party atmosphere inside the Tomabel Hall has slightly abated. Looks of concern now. Because if Modena go 3-0, they go to golden set. Power serve early on here from Rinaldi. Engapeth went up for the hit and the ball doing its job for Roeselare. They're known as the Blue Wall, Knack Roeselare. Can the wall stand strong in this third set? Here's Martamiaru. Power serve, dealt with well. Up from Engapeth. And again, the blue wall stands firm. Good early lead, 2-0 in this third set for Knack Roeselare. Tamiaru from the one, reception from Engapeth. Lagumja, well done by Stindihult, up on Birui. Kurkatsev, power laden, Pablo Kurkatsev. Now the party's come alive again.
C'entra che poi non abbiamo coperto. Dai, dobbiamo lavorare sempre, Quella è... Oh!
Side down, questo side down, side down.
Well, some concern, a little bit of heated words from Andrea Gianni, the coach of Modena. He won the CEV Cup 3 times as a player with Maxicono Parma in 1988, 89 and 1990. Can he do it as a coach tonight? His team trails 3-0 in the third set, but they are up 2-0. Service from the one. Lagumja from behind the attack line steadies the ship a little for Modena. Lovely from Lagumja going down that right line. And it's Dragan Stankovic. A towering figure at 205 centimeters, Stankovic. Karkatsev. Placement there from Pablo. Didn't need power, needed precision. 4-1 Roeselare. Coolman. Floats the serve. Engapeth with the reception. Powerful hit from Matisse for Hanneman. 4 points clear now, Roeselare. The Belgians affording themselves a smile or two now. Is the tide turning in Roeselare's favour? The biggest lead they have had the entire night. Bruno to serve, two-time World Cup gold medalist, and a wonderful serve indeed. Brings Modena to within 2 points. You talk about mantelpieces that are full of hardware, and Bruno's is one of the most extensive. He'd love a CEV Cup trophy to add to it tonight. Lovely block. Modena now trailing by 1 point in this third set. Once again, 3-0 or 3-1. They force a golden set. A thunderbolt from the left side from Matisse for Hanneman. Strikes it with a grunt of power. Serve from the one, going too far. Now can Modena equalise in this third set? They've got Earvin Engapeth on serve. The Olympic gold medalist with a high throw and a nice serve deep. Beautiful hit. Mark Tamiaru, the Estonian, producing the goods. Watch Tamiaru here from behind the attack line and just skewers it between the blocking wall. Looking for the campfire. Oh, to Hilston marvellously. This is wonderful. Engapeth with the set. The spike goes from the left side and Modena back to within a point. This is a wonderful save. And another pancake save. And then off the hands of, I believe it was Tamiaru. 7-6, third set. And there it is, Modena. 7-all, they draw even. A little grin from Engapeth. Is this the momentum now? Are they the rolling stone who will gather no moss? Already 2 sets clear, Modena. Serve from the 6. Into the 6. DeRoy dealt with it. Oh, beautiful save. Engepeth tried to go deep. And a big hit from the centre, and a challenge is called. Well, the spike came from the middle. And Bruno called a challenge straight away. Rezende having words with our courtside officials. He has been very vocal tonight. Salvatore Rezende, 2016 Olympic Games silver medalist, 2015 World Cup silver medalist. Resende's been hitting 52% on his receptions in this tournament so far. Andrea Gianni having words with Earvin Engepeth. That ball is in. Close though. I don't blame Modena for challenging it. What a marvellous atmosphere. Roeselare 8-7. Engepeth with the reception. Lagunja went up, the ball came down, and Modena equalised. Back to 8-all. Roy says, get out of my way. Up from Golini, and then Engepeth. Lagunja goes long. Is there another challenge coming here? There is. Kuhlman shakes his head as if to say nothing to worry about, lads. But there is a challenge in progress. No block touch. The ball did go long. It's actually nowhere near the fingers, so I don't quite know what they were challenging there. That was a matter of centimetres, not millimetres. Stinderhulst. 2021 Belgian League MVP. And what a marvellous tournament he has had so far. Mr. Reliable. Floats the serve in, but goes wide. As a commentator, I guess it's part of the curse when you label someone Mr. Reliable straight away, they serve wide. Not so reliable on that serve. Bit of knee burn there for Rezende. Set from De Hulst. Hit from the right side. Free ball. Kept alive. Lagunja tipples it over. De Hulst pancakes himself. De Roy puts it up. Kirkitsev. Roeselare. 10-9. Great pancake there from De Hulst. And Kirkitsev with that placement just into the corner at the one. Roeselare in rotation. Serve down the centre. Stankovic a little touch. Engepeth with the set from behind the attack line. The blocking wall goes up, but it's Modena's point. And we've got another nail biter, a seesawing contest. 10-all. A chance for Modena to go ahead for the first time in this third set. It's Dragan Stankovic. Serves from the 6. Met by De Roy, up by De Hulst. gets the block out. Roeselare maintain their ever so slight lead. Look at Kurkatsev, positions himself so well. Hits it into the right hand of Engapeth, and Engapeth was slapping himself. He was so disappointed that he didn't deal with that block. Reception from Engapeth. Hits off the left side. Earvin Engapeth steadies the boat once again for Modena. 11 all. It's a different Earvin Engapeth, isn't it, tonight, than what we saw last week in Modena at the PalaPanini. He's focused, he's firing on all cylinders. Good reception from Zeroy. Well done by Engapeth, up from Tehulst. Hit from the right side from Kurkatsev. Modena keep it alive. Free ball. Kurkatsev, no, struck from the centre, still alive. Engapeth and Modena, with a big smile from Engapeth, go ahead in the third set. This is tremendous work from Earvin Engapeth. Rinaldi plays it backwards. Engapeth offers a free ball. The strike comes from Fusterland. Look at Engapeth here, off the right arm, diagonal, perfect placement. Bruno, son of former Brazilian coach and Olympic silver medalist Bruno Rezende, floats the ball to the one. That's one's gotten away from them. 12 all. The way this third set is going, it could be a very long set. Strap yourselves in, folks. You could not have any tighter tension than we have inside the Tamabel Hall. A gifted point there to Modena. They go ahead again, 13-12. Serving will be Engapeth. Two-time FIVB World League gold medalist, Olympic gold medalist, 2015 European champion. High throw, power serve, but he powers into the net. 13 all. Kicking himself, Earvin Engapeth. Reception from Engapeth. Goes into the officials' area before Lagumja could get to it. Roeselare re-establish a lead of 14-13. Looking to win their first set, the home team. The pass, the set, the spike from Earvin Engapeth was nasty, it was vicious, and it was delicious. That was all business from Earvin Engapeth. He wanted to prove a point. Sheer blasting power. The strike came from Martimiaru, the Estonian outside hitter. 15-14 Roeselare. Sanguinetti taking a break for Modena. Quite a few Italians have travelled over to support the team in yellow, drowned out by the noise of the blue wall. And that's Roeselare with Michael Ahi, the Dutchman, to serve. And he gets a great ovation with a wonderful delivery. 2 points clear now, Roeselare. 200 centimeters tall, Mikul Ayi. Serve from the 6, straight into the net, 16-15. Ayi off, Rumfasteland on. Lagumja to serve for Modena. High forward throw, power serve down the centre, tip over from De Hulst. Whistle blows, Modena's point. They've equalised to 16 all. Dragan Stankovic, best middle blocker at the Club World Championships in 2019. Hard man to get past. But Roeselare get past on that occasion. There's a protest here from Modena. Ingepeth not happy. It's getting a little heated on the court. And the challenge in progress. Well, Ingepeth is almost certain that they will win the challenge. But the official is pointing the way of Roeselare. So it will be De Hulst to serve. Floats it over, met by Ingepeth. Hit from the left side. Blocking wall does well. Up goes Lagumja. De Hulst meets it. Kirkentsev. And Modena back to 17 all. Ingepeth has a word in the ear of young Tommaso Rinaldi. Seventeen aces coming in tonight for Rinaldi. 3 ball for Modena. Set for Ingepeth. Will did well. Ingepeth again. It goes long. Ingepeth complaining to the official once more. A challenge in progress. It looked to have gone long from Earvin Ingepeth. Koolman saying, what are you looking at? Very important point. Frustration for Peter Koolman. Well, Koolman cannot allow emotions to get the better of him. Not at this stage. Roeselare needs to stay focused, need to curb their emotions, perform the job at hand. They are still analysing here courtside. So it was called for a block touch. It is ruled a negative. Big smile from Earvin Ingepeth. Modena on serve. Boos and jeers inside the Tomabel Hall in Belgium. They don't like the decision. Well, hold on. Some confusion here. There is still confusion here on the court. Ingepeth in talks with the official. You can see Lorenzo Sala saying to his teammates, let's calm down. We've got work to do. And now Modena also have to be careful not to let the emotions run away with them. Because that can lose a game. Things are getting heated here. Bruno is now protesting. Ingepeth is protesting. Modena aren't happy. Well, some pandemonium scenes here on the court. Vahaneman discussing with our official. This is a real powder keg that we don't want to explode here. The players need to remain calm, need to be focused, no matter the outcome here. The boos go up again from the audience. Modena, 18-17 on serve. A timeout wisely called by Steven van Medegaal to calm his players.
Thinking about making no noise with the top of the team. There are no opportunities. We take defense, the ball is up, and we set the ball over. Okay, fucking spy the ball, guys. Okay, the ball is there, with the ball on top of the block. Nice. Let's go.
My goodness. Steven van Medegaal about to burst a blood vessel. You heard what he said, and I'll edit the expletive from my repeat of it. But he said the ball is there, hit the expletive ball over the net. Spike the expletive ball over the net. He wants some power. He wants some clean, hard-hitting, thrusted spikes from Knack Roeselare. 18-17 Modena. They lead by 2-0. Serve from the 6, goes down the centre. Roy meets it. Big spike comes in from Lorenzo Sala. 2 points clear now, the Italians. Marcel Rinaldi. 200 centimetres tall, the 22-year-old. Set from De Hulst. Engepet from the left side. And Roeselare back to within 1 point. The drama here in Belgium. The atmosphere inside the Tomabel Hall is insane. Martamiaru to serve. The 22-year-old Estonian outside hitter with a huge responsibility here. Good serve met by Engepet. Agunja came flying in. Trying to find the donut hole. Up from Rossini. Agunja! That's massive. That's critical. That puts Modena 2 points clear. Lagumja just thrust this like a bayonet. Have a look. Rossini and Lagumja straight into Martamiaru. The Italians like that. They are 2 points clear. They lead by 2-0. Are they going to force that golden set? The blue wall goes up and the blue wall holds steady. 2019. Peter Kuhlmann takes a deep breath, steadies himself, calms the nerves, focuses, hones that one into the 6. The block coming off, Rundfastelen goes wide. Modena now 4 points away from winning a third set. Reception from Tamiaru. The spike there from Fastelen. Lagumja met by De Hulst. Lagumja! Lagumja! 22-19. after being blown out at home last week by 3-0. Modena now 3 points away from a 3-0 scoreline to force that golden set.
Well, the strains of a classic dance song, Pump Up the Jam, ring out from the speakers inside the Tamabel Hall here in the Roeselare, Belgium. And how Steven van der Magiel needs his players to pump up the jam now. (22-19), Modena on serve with Bruno. Takes a big breath. The 36-year-old serves from the one, goes down the middle, hit from the right side, and that is a power salvo. That is what the coach wanted to see, and it's Pablo Kirkatsev again. Read this beautifully, Kirkatsev, and made no doubt about it. Pablo on serve. 9 aces coming in tonight. 187 win spikes, 15 last week in Modena. Rossini with the reception. Lagunja from the left side. And the tension continues to build. 23-20 Modena. The overwhelming majority of fans, some 81% online through the CEV website, tipping Roeselare to win tonight. However, the bookmakers saw it differently. They saw what is unfolding at the moment. A Modena victory. $1.53 the favourites, a 61% chance of winning. Sander Depavir on serve. Hit from the left side, successful for Modena. Set point now to go 3-0. To push this game to the most exciting conclusion you could imagine. On serve, Giovanni Sanguinetti. 14 aces coming in tonight in this campaign for Sanguinetti, the middle blocker. Serves from the 6. Roy meets it. The set from the Ulst. Engepeth with the set. Lagunja from the right side. Little float over. Well done from Engepeth to meet it. Lagunja again! And Roeselare get the point. 24-22. The blue wall needs to dig deep. They need to dig into the well of guts and intestinal fortitude as Rund Fastelen is on serve. A must-deliver serve for Fastelen. Floats it over. Lagunja, power spike. Free ball here for Modena. Stankovic, still alive. Kept in. What a quality rally. 24-23. Roeselare refused to wave the white flag in this third set. Timeout called by the Italians.
La rimettiamo lì e facciamo cambio palla. Questa è botta di culo, Questa è fortuna sto rimpallo qua, Adesso facciamo cambio palla.
A real sense of confidence around Andrea Gianni and his team. Set point for Modena. Are we staring down the barrel of a golden step as the Mexican wave does the rounds here in Roeselare, Belgium? Ingepeth delivers the goods, delivers the set. 3-0 Modena.
Power serve early from Rinaldi. Hit from the right side from Kurkatsev. And the early point goes the way of Roeselare. A mighty roar from this sold-out crowd. Serve from the 6, and it's an ace. And it's 2-0 Roeselare. Are they on their way? Just driving that one almost through the court there was Dragan Stankovic. Pullman took some power off the serve. Stankovic through the middle. And a nice kill spike there from the 205-centimetre middle blocker. Stankovic on serve for Modena. Goes down the centre corridor. Lovely block from Modena. Sanguinetti says, more of that, please. We are locked at 2-2 in this golden set. Stankovic. Serve to the 6. Up from De Hulst. Kurkatsev, and the wall goes up from Modena. And they move ahead, the Italians, 3-2. Stankovic into the net. And he curses at himself. He has just gifted a point to Roeselare in a golden set. 3-3. It is big Pavlo Kurkatsev, the Argentinian star, serves from the 1. Lagumja! A harpoon! A lightning strike. 4-3 Modena. Kurkatsev goes up and rains down hell again. Pavlo Kurkatsev, 4-4 in the golden set. Matisse Verhaneman, 4 aces coming in tonight. It's up for Engapeth. It's Engapeth again. The size of that smile on the Frenchman tells the story. He's had a wonderful night. 5-4 Modena. Well, some panic in the audience here in Belgium. Engapeth serves from the 1, drives it down to the 5. Hit from the left side. The wall goes up for Modena. The wall doing its job. And again, more blocks than a game of Tetris. Kurkatsev. Engapeth keeps it alive. And a strike from the left side. And Modena establish a wonderful lead in the golden set. This is exquisite play from Modena. The wall doing its job, blocking everything that comes its way. Engapeth did well there. Here's the set. And then the hit from the left side.
6-4 Modena. This is crazy.
You can use his right hand to go for the block on. He's so aggressive and just his ball to the line actually is a possibility. Okay, even trying to go like this is still like okay. Good ball up, guys. Let's go.
Specific instructions there for Martamiaru. I tell you what, wherever you're watching this, especially if you are a Roeselare fan, your heart is probably beating out of your chest. I know mine is. Modena have forced us into a golden set here. Having won 3 straight sets, they've got Earvin and serving from the 1. Modena go 3 points clear. Momentum on the Italian side. A lovely serve from Ingepet, serving so much better tonight. The set wasn't high enough for any power for Kirkatsev. This is dangerous times for Roeselare. Ingepet floats that one just over the attack line. Kirkatsev from the right side. And Modena again. The Italians on fire. 8-4. Teams change side. Golden set in play. Will we be celebrating with pizza or with waffles on the streets of Roeselare tonight? She's lucky she's got some fingernails left. I certainly haven't. I'm sure you've bitten yours down.
One more the longer tier, okay?
Alright guys, I don't think we will have chances. Come on, hop. Come on guys.
You can hear Peter Pullman trying to rally his teammates. So much relies on that man, Pavlo Kirkatsev. The Argentinian, 15 winning spikes at the PalaPanini last week. 187 winning spikes overall in this tournament for Kirkatsev. Modena in rotation. Ingepet serving from the 1. And he gifts that one to Roeselare, 8-5. There's a look at the CEV Cup that will shortly be presented to one of these teams as the Dutchman Ayi to serve. Ayi's serve goes long and puts Modena back into rotation, puts them 4 points ahead. And it is Giovanni Sanguinetti to serve. 14 aces in the campaign coming in tonight for Sanguinetti as Ayi and Vasterland go to the bench. From the 6 for Sanguinetti. Kirkatsev from the right side. Vinderhoof serving for Roeselare. They trail by 3 in the golden set. Hills from the 6. Met by Rezende. And Modena go 4 points clear again. This is Adis Lagumja. 211 centimeters tall of Turkish dynamite. Powers that serve through the middle. And that is not the power spike that Roeselare were hoping for from Kırkatsev. The wall went up, and Modena's wall have been blocking like they're dealing with illegal torrents. It's been amazing. 5 points clear. That's well done by Golini. Engapeth offers a free ball. DeRoy gets down low. Dehus with a set. Kırkatsev, no, it's Tamiaru. Tamiaru with the power. That's what they need. That commitment, that power, that drive, that force. Mart Tamiaru says, leave it to me. Stone cold from the Estonian.
Ehi, questo side out, Ha battuto sempre in uno prima, Vieni qua. Ha battuto sempre in uno prima, poi Ciarino in 5, vediamo che fa.
Attenti, sono palle che girano, Ben avanti, capito? Palle che girano.
Ragazzi, side out, un side out, questo!
Tamiaru to serve for Knack Roeselare. Lagumja takes Modena 5 points clear. They can almost smell it now. They can almost feel the CEV Cup in their hands. They can visualize it in the trophy cabinet at the PalaPanini. Eight. Peter Koolman cannot miss this serve. Silence falls on the Tomabel Hall. And Koolman does miss the serve. 13-8 Modena. It is close. It is close. It will be classified as a Herculean comeback should Modena win this, after they were labelled a flop by the media during the week. Stankovic to serve. Floats it over. The hit goes long. 14-8. We have come down to this one moment. Match point for Modena. The media absolutely crucified them after their loss at home last week, where they were blown out 3-0 by the visitors Roeselare. They've come to Roeselare tonight. They've come to Belgium, to enemy territory. And now they are 1 point away from a miraculous comeback, from winning the CEV Cup. Is this when it happens? Modena on serve. Dragan Stankovic with the honours from the baseline. For the CEV Cup, is this the time? Is this the moment? Not yet. 14-9. Roeselare still alive, but they've got a huge bridge to traverse. They trail by 5. It's not impossible. It is difficult. Kurkatsev can't miss. Is it going to happen now? It has happened! Modena win the CEV Cup! What a turnaround! What a comeback! It's Italian jubilation. It's Belgian devastation. Mark the date and remember it. April 5, 2023, the night that Modena of Italy launched a comeback of epic proportions to defeat Knack Roeselare of Belgium. What scenes here? The Modena fans who have travelled to Belgium tonight. And there's the celebration. What a turnaround from Andrea Gianni's men. They looked so out of it at the end of last week's match. Fans online, 81% on the CEV website tipping a win for Roeselare. But you know what? The bookmakers were right. They had Modena as the favourite at a 61% chance to win. Led by a fabulous game from Engapeth. Smashing performance from Lagumja. Solid receiving from Rossini. Sanguinetti and Stankovic both effective as middle blockers. Bruno with his inspiration, he's the talisman. And the celebrations will go deep into the night here in the Roeselare. They're going to last a long time. It is the dancing of Modena. And they are gutted. They are devastated. The Roeselare fans. This arena sold out to the absolute rafters. Jam-packed. And there you see Stinde Hulst. Obviously overcome with emotion. The blue wall has crumbled tonight at home. Simon Plasky can't believe it. A week ago, we were celebrating the fact that Roeselare had annihilated Modena in Modena 3-0. Modena had to come here tonight to Belgium. Had to win 3-0, 3-1 to force a golden set. They did that. And then they took charge in the golden set. They dominated the golden set. They become the champions. There is a lot for Roeselare to take away from this. The fabulous performances in the opening leg in Modena. And the reasons why they ultimately fell apart tonight at home. Sanguinetti was delightful to watch. He is such a talent, Giovanni Sanguinetti. Bruno, their inspirational leader, going to add to that big trophy cabinet of his, right next to his Olympic gold medal from 2016 in Rio, alongside his gold medals from his 2 World Cup wins. He will now proudly have a CEV Cup winner's medal. Great achievement for Bruno at 36 years old. Engapeth, Olympic gold medalist in 2020, European champion, World League gold medalist 2 times, will now get his CEV Cup medal. Nicola Salsi. And there is the trophy. It's a beautiful sight. It will go back to Modena. Sander there in the background for Roeselare.
Andrea Gianni, what does this mean for a club like Modena to win the CEV Cup?
But this is a story because I think in the past I don't remember one final. To win, we need to win 4 sets in a row. And this is amazing. I think we beat a big team because Roeselare played very, very well. But tonight we want to bring this victory. And wow, this is fantastic.
Congratulations. Questa vittoria significa che per la Modena?
No, è un traguardo molto importante per questa squadra, una squadra che quest'anno ha cambiato tanti giocatori, abbiamo tanti ragazzi giovani, abbiamo fatto una season incredibile e vincere questa gara dopo che abbiamo perso in casa la prima partita con Roeselare 3-0 è un qualcosa di speciale, perché veramente abbiamo fatto un cammino incredibile.
Grazie. Steven van Medegaal, you lost. What can you say about this? Yeah, you did not win the cup. What can you say about it?
Yeah, it's close but not good enough today. I think they deserve today to win. We had too many problems in passing. There they always make the gap. I think in attack, the first 3 sets, we really were really close. But yeah, you have to be really on top in this kind of game. And I think in the first set, we have 2 chances in transition that we don't make, we don't confirm. And then of course, yeah, it goes quick. And yeah, they deserve it today. Bravo.
Wat kan je zeggen in het Nederlands? Waarschijnlijk dezelfde woorden. Ja, je grijpt net naast die CEV-beker.
Ja, dus ik denk dat eerst we al zei verdiend gewonnen hebben. We waren goed in aanval. We hebben goed meegespeeld tegen de eerste 3 sets. Maar receptioneel hebben we te veel problemen gehad, rechtstreekse fouten. En ja, als je niet soort wedstrijden een kans wil maken, dan moet je top zijn in alle onderdelen. En wat we misschien hier en daar het geluk hadden in Modena, dat elke bal goed kwam op net. Vandaag net over. Het zijn 2-3 ballen per set dat we eigenlijk op die manier hebben verloren. En ja, bravo. Ze hebben verdiend gewonnen, denk ik. Wat ze gedoond hebben na de vorige wedstrijd. Chapeau.
Welk gevoel overheerst er nu? Trots is misschien nog moeilijk, maar dat zal misschien later wel komen.
Ja, ik vrees dat het bij mij nooit later gaat komen. Iets balen tot en met. Heel dichtbij, maar ja, weggeworpen eigenlijk vandaag, denk ik, met een aantal futiliteiten. Ja, het zal zware dobberen zijn voor de rest van het seizoen. Afwerken nu, volle focus op de kampioenschap, waar we nog wel de titel kunnen pakken. Maar dit vergeet ik nooit van mijn leven.
Dank u wel, Steven. Toch gefeliciteerd met de prestatie. Tot ziens.
A fabulous ovation for Knack Roeselare. Wonderful drama through the entire two legs of the final, and there was nails bitten every step of the way. It was a close contest until the final golden set. This team did so well. What a wonderful game he had, Adis Lagunja. The 211 centimetre tall Turkish opposite.
Ladies and gentlemen, now with the start of the award ceremony of the winning team for the 2023 CEV Volleyball Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, the silver medal goes to the team of Knack Volleyball Roeselare.
Modena are the CEV Cup champions of 2023. Cue the Italian celebrations. Bruno lifts the trophy, and Modena add to their trophy cabinet. It's been a wonderful night from Roeselare, Belgium. I'm Michael Chavello saying congratulations, Modena, and thank you from right around the world. Tonight belongs to Modena. The trophy belongs to Modena. It was a Herculean comeback, a magnificent performance. The trophy goes to the PalaPanini. It belongs to Modena. It's good night from Roeselare, Belgium.
Thank you.